Sean O'Malley defies Dana White's stance on crossovers by revealing plan for Zuffa boxing main event. Sean O'Malley wants to get involved in the UFC president's new venture. The former UFC bantamweight champion is fast approaching his next outing, which will be a crucial one in the context of his push for a return to the throne at 135 pounds. Following 2 straight losses to Merab Dvalishvili, O'Malley will fight Song Yadong at UFC 324. That clash will serve as the co-main event at Saturday's debut on Paramount Plus after Kayla Harrison vs Amanda Nunes was postponed. Heading into the January 24th numbered event, Sugar's sights are firmly on the octagon and the gold he formerly held. But he may also have his eyes on a different event set to take place on Friday, as he assesses a potential crossover down the line. Sean O'Malley wants to fight in Zuffa boxing. Before all focus turns to UFC 324 at T-Mobile Arena, Dana White's attention will be on the debut of Zuffa boxing. The new organization is promising to shake up the world of boxing, and the journey to doing so starts on Friday with a card headlined by Callum Walsh vs Carlos Ocampo at the UFC Apex. MMA fighters have long been crossing over to the ring, and despite White's well-known disdain for that, O'Malley expects to feature in a Zuffa boxing main event down the line. "Absolutely, I would love to," O'Malley said about a boxing venture during an interview on the Kairos Brothers YouTube channel. "I feel like I will headline a Zuffa boxing card someday. I haven't talked to the UFC about that ever, I actually have, and they said no. They were like, nah, we're not doing that. I feel like there will be a time when the UFC guys are heading over to Zuffa boxing. I just feel like there's interesting matchups," he added. "I would like to headline a Zuffa boxing card someday against a real professional boxer." Dana White rejected talk of UFC fighters crossing over to Zuffa boxing. If O'Malley is to get his wish, he's got some persuading to do. White has already addressed the topic of UFC fighters crossing over to compete in the ring under the Zuffa boxing banner, and it is safe to say that the 56-year-old is not keen. "I didn't want that when I wasn't involved in boxing, and I definitely don't want it now," White said during the press conference ahead of Friday's promotional debut.